What's going on, everybody?
I'm Bree.
And I'm Ninja, and this is Free Ninja Network. We have a movie review for you.
Star Wars was the best movie of 2017.
I don't know why you keep not mentioning the whole title of the movie. Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Was the best movie of 2017.
And
Fight me!
In her opinion, you may fight her. May the Force be with you. It was an okay movie. It was pretty cool.
It was amazing!
In my humble opinion, I would say that it was a very complex movie. It had a lot. Well, it was like it had three main parts, but it had a lot of parts and subparts and subparts and subparts. It was a lot. And it was what, 2 hours? 2 hours 30.
2 hours and 30
minutes.
minutes.
All Star Wars movie.
And I will watch the whole thing again. Over.
She's a super fan.
Super fan of this movie.
I think she said she would put it at the top of the series.
Yes.
Series.
Yes. This was the best movie of the entire series. Right above episode 3 with Obi-Wan and Anakin's big fight and the birth of Darth Vader. And then episode 6 when Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker fight and finds out that's his father. I think that was actually in episode 5. But episode 6 was amazing too. So episode 8, The Last Jedi, then episode 3, and then episode 6. Fight me.
Ugh. This Star Wars movie is in typical Star Wars fashion. There is tons of the main three plots, the space fighter scenes, so the the vehicle scenes, so the space fighting. Then you have the
lightsabers,
lightsaber combat. There's some of that.
Not really any stormtroopers.
Not much. And then you do the stormtrooper portion of the war portion.
Yeah, but not really in this movie.
Between the rebellion and whatever order is at first. In this case, the new order.
First order.
First order.
So you had 3 buckets in this movie. You had the First Order versus the Resistance. Then you had
taking piggyback off the first movie.
Yes, and then you had Rey, Luke Skywalker, and Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren storyline.
Some background.
And then you have poor Finn. You have Finn and Rose and their whole side story, which connects back to the First Order and the Resistance, which ends up should not have been happening at all. But
oh my God,
those are the 3.
The most side story ever.
I really think they made it seem like in the last movie that he was like the new face of the franchise.
I feel like because he is a face of the franchise, that's why they threw him this story.
But then this movie, it was just like, he wants to run away, he wants to do this, do that, and then it's like,
start off. Says the rebellion and the
Captain Poe. You start off with Captain Poe.
Captain Poe, and it's legit like a runoff from the last movie where they're escaping the First Order.
So you're in the First Order versus the Resistance bucket.
They've been fighting, and it's been going on, and their numbers are dwindling.
Yes, the Resistance is losing everything.
People,
places,
as Resistance used to do. Kind of typical. It's kind of how the first movie started off. The first set of movies. So the rebellion's running off. We need a Jedi.
They go into light speed, run away, but find out that the First Order is tracking them. You have the new Dark Lord.
The Supreme Leader Snow.
Yes.
The entire time I was thinking Hunger Games.
Oh, that's true.
It
was a weird name for him. He's so creepy, alien-looking dude. His name is Snow. It's like, okay.
But
yes, he's the new Dark Lord.
He's the one who's leading, who's training Kylo Ren in the way of the dark side.
Yes.
They didn't really show him much in the first movie, but he's front on this when he's in the trailer, everything.
So they follow the Resistance into Lightspeed. The Resistance had no idea that they were being tracked. Then you go to Rey and Luke on an island
where Rey's trying to receive some training in the way of the Force and the way of the Jedi.
And by the previews and stuff, you think Luke's going to train her, and he's like, no.
He's so
bump the Jedi.
So not for it.
He's not the Luke Skywalker from episodes 4 through 6 at all.
And honestly, from a review standpoint, it's like those scenes. Some people might have gotten what they wanted from the Luke and Rey scenes. I thought it would be more like how Obi-Wan Kenobi was with Anakin, or how they said more master. It was none of that.
I thought the movie was gonna open up like with her already trained. Because like at the end of the last movie, she's on the island. She hands him the lightsaber, so you think the movie will pick up with her fighting and Luke all trained, blah blah blah. But no, he threw that lightsaber and was like,
I have nothing.
I can't help you. Bye.
Oh,
don't throw my sister.
We don't know why,
but
but it is eventually revealed why, I guess, as the movie progresses.
It's a good, even though it didn't really give you what you want, like with the fighting scenes and him training her, it's still a good storyline as to why he is the way he is. But then it also makes you look at
himself in hiding.
Yeah, but then it also makes you look at it like all of this is happening because of you. So you would think he would want to go help them. But the one thing he does teach her is how to control and connect Force, which leads to the third person coming into their storyline, Ben Solo. I call him Ben. He's Ben. I have faith in Ben.
Which everyone should know is from the first movie is
Han Solo and Princess Leia's son, who is
which
on the dark
also
side.
means that is Luke's nephew.
Yes, who Luke originally was training to become a Jedi. And then you find out, don't really want to give it away, but you kind of find out what their beef is.
There's a confrontation, that turns into the dark side.
Which makes you kind of feel for Ben, and that's why I still have faith in Ben that he will come back to us one day. And Rey feels the same way, so she begins to kind of fight for him, even though that is like her complete enemy.
That is true. She sees little signs of his conflict between the light and dark.
Exactly.
And she's convinced that she could probably help turn him.
But then again, in the back of your mind, you're still wondering, where does Rey come from?
And where does
Are
she
they
play?
siblings? Is she a family member? Is she really deserted by her parents? You have no idea who they are. So that's still kind of in the back of your mind while they're forming this bond, this connectivity in the Force. But she's like, bump Luke, bye. I'll go see Ben, Kylo Ren myself. And she leaves. Then you get to the fun story.
Ben and this newer character that they're running with, Rose. She is the sister, I guess, of one of the bomb fleet in the opening scenes.
Her older sister died in the very beginning of the movie, which kind of influenced, because she was like, she worked on pipes or something, but it kind of influenced her to be a fighter.
Right.
So she
did maintenance on the ship.
Yeah.
She did maintenance on the ship, and her sister was a bomber for another ship. And like Bree said, her sister died very beginning of the movie, and I guess that motivates her to just do something different.
Yes.
Her and Flynn have to find a way to stop the tracking device from the First Order.
Yes. They're the technology people. So they can find a code.
So Finn knows how the First Order ships work, and she knows technology. So they ship maintenance. So they're connecting.
So Finn and Rose are sent on a mission because, like we said earlier, their ship was tracked. They're surrounded by the First Order, even though they have shields around their ship. The First Order is following them like, y'all gonna run out of fuel and shields eventually. They have a special... And we gonna be there to blow y'all up.
They had a special cannon on deck at the time.
Yeah.
They were in range of.
Yeah.
Let's say the scene, it's shown in the trailer, Kylo Ren's, he's faced with having to destroy his mom on the ship, but...
Princess Leia is a badass, let me tell you.
Spoilers out there.
Yes, she is a badass. I don't remember her being a Jedi in the 4 through 6 movies.
She didn't have Force
She was a little fighter.
No, I'm saying she didn't have any Force powers.
But let me tell you, the Force is with her, okay? Because in the preview you saw, someone may kind of hurt her a little bit. Not saying who.
She was set up to get hurt. She got hurt.
She was set up to get hurt. She got hurt, and she said, no.
That's a spoiler.
Take me back to my ship.
It was crazy.
That part was amazing. All respect to her. Shout out to Carrie Fisher. That's what That was amazing. Have no idea how they're going to include her in the next movie. But anyways.
In that process, though, she gets knocked out for the rest of the movie.
Ugh.
They promote Vice Admiral.
I don't trust her. I didn't trust her.
Take her place.
I was like, she can't be trusted.
Captain Poe he's not willing, but he had just got demoted from the bomber mission in the first scene of the movie.
So he's all for Finn and Rose's plan.
Right.
He's like, we're gonna come up with our own plan to save the ship. Go find us a coder.
Them out while she's her pretty much. He doesn't like the Admiral because her only plan is just to run away. They're out of fuel. They have no weapons. All their bombs. So they're in a very bad place, and her plan literally is just to run away and stay on course until they can somehow figure out how to jump light speed, or he's not with it. So
he's stalling on the ship with this
Flynn
new lady. And kind of how the story comes together. Rey finds Ben.
Rey didn't find. Rey goes and seeks out Kylo Ren to try to bring him to the side while
they both had their
at the same time Rose and Finn found the code breaker they needed to break the tracker, but they make it to the First Order ship as well, but they get caught.
You see the stormtroopers in action for the first time in the whole movie, and it's at the end of the movie. It's like, oh, I forgot all about the stormtroopers. Let's capture them.
While Rey's captured, Finn gets captured. They're captured at the same time on the same ship.
Rey's storyline and Finn's storyline comes together. They're both on the First Order ship. They both get kidnapped. They don't know they're on the same ship. Meanwhile, in the Resistance storyline, they're evacuating their ship, going to another
Admiral
planet.
Had a plan the entire time.
And Vice Admiral is left on the ship by herself as like a decoy. But I'm
decoy.
still like, I don't trust her.
She's a decoy while everyone escapes to the rebel base.
So while everyone's on the First Order ship and others are escaping, fighting, blah, 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 Rey tries to bring Kylo Ren to the good side. He tries to bring her to the bad side.
Finn and Rose
Love
got
that
captured.
whole scene.
And the person they used supposed to break the code for them ends up betraying them.
And you think he's comic relief, he's hilarious, and then he ends up betraying them. And it's just like, I was trusting him the whole time, and he's the one I shouldn't have trusted.
Destroys the rebel fleet.
Meanwhile, Vice Admiral had other plans in mind. She turns that ship around.
Once she realized that they had been sold out,
basically,
and that they couldn't sneak to this planet to safely, she took plans into her own hands.
She jumped that ship up to light speed.
Best scene in the movie. That thing was amazing. They mentioned in the movie that was like she's charging for light speed. They had one light speed jump left. They mentioned in the movie, spoilers, all that stuff.
And she went straight into the First Order ship.
And it made no sense to. I was like, she's gonna ram into the people, and it was honestly the best scene of this movie.
Whole fleet,
best destroyed. Scene. So, like I say, in this process,
Rey gets away, Finn and Rose get away, and then the whole Resistance goes
gather on the planet where they have a base.
Cold ice planet, old rundown place where they do have a base and a shield.
Heavily guarded armor shield.
Yeah. So now Kylo Ren is in
the plan for the rebels is to hold out until they can send out a distress beacon to get help.
Yes. No one comes.
No one
they're
comes.
Just stay losing.
And in the process, the First Order brings out a cannon, a shield buster.
About to blow all them up.
A shield busting cannon. It just
blow them all
It causes
up.
the rebels to have to go destroy the cannon. In the process, the rebels get destroyed again. Finn has to make a choice to go sacrifice himself by, kamikaze into the cannon.
And then here comes Luke Skywalker to save the day. So Luke and Leia reunite for the first time.
Yep, for years, I guess, at this point. Since the incident.
Luke finally, confronts her about why Luke and her son are not getting along and why this is kind of all Luke's fault and how I'm going to fix it. And so he goes out there all by himself to face Kylo Ren alone while everyone else escape by the help of Rey and her new Jedi powers. Meanwhile, Kylo Ren and Luke were hilarious. I really think Kylo Ren's my favorite character.
He's crazy. Everyone said that he had way too many anger outbursts in the first movie.
When he sees Luke for the first time.
They didn't hold back any anger outbursts in this movie either. Off the gate, he's tearing up stuff, breaking things.
Luke makes him lose his mind. It's hilarious. It's literally hilarious.
Kylo Ren needs help. He is unstable.
He is so unstable. I could watch that whole scene all over again too.
But yes, he is. His unstableness is hilarious.
Hilarious. They do their big fight scene. Rey helps the team obey.
Luke used the oldest Jedi mind trick of them all.
He used a Jedi mind trick to fight Kylo Ren. And in the process, and then back on the island. He's done his work. He kind of doesn't really fix his problem.
I think he used all his use.
He used all his power up and he went at peace. Same way Obi-Wan did. Same way. So which makes us believe that he will be probably in the next film.
There's parts of this movie that I feel like could have been cut out. They should have did Finn a lot better than they did. He should have had a way bigger role. He should have been right there with Rey, training with Luke. Like, yo, we about to be some twin Jedis in this thing. It would have been great.
Let's talk about love.
I know, she wants to talk about love.
Finn and Rose are probably going to be a thing.
Right.
I need to go back and watch how Rey and Finn interact with each other.
Rey and Finn, they set that up kind of in the first movie, but they set it as friends. I told you.
As friends.
They set it up in the friend zone, and they emphasized it in the movie, even though they were asking for each other the entire. Where's Rey? Where's Finn? Where's Rey?
They did.
Where's
That's
Finn?
why I was confused.
Where's Rey?
I'm like,
Where's Finn?
Did they kiss
and
or
then
something
it's
that I
like,
don't know about?
okay, now.
But then they show that scene of him
up,
covering up Rose with a blanket and Rey.
Where's Rey's looking like?
That's what makes you really think, like, okay,
she's looking like, okay,
I missed something in that first
like,
movie because I don't remember.
The thing is because she really don't feel Kylo Ren like that. You make it think that way, but she's very adamant.
Team Ben and Rey.
There's not gonna be no Ben Rey or Kylo Ben
I'm
Rey.
such a Ben and Rey
Ren
fan.
Kylo Rey.
They're
Ren
connected.
Ben.
They're connected, and they believe in each other.
His
belief isn't good, but she believes in the good in him.
So Bree would recommend you see the movie. If you're a Star Wars fan, definitely see the movie. If you're not, I guess you could definitely. It's not a bad movie. It's actually.
If you want to see the best movie of 2017,
we'll have this debate in a couple weeks, y'all.
then go see this movie.
She says it's her best. I wouldn't put it there for me per se.
Number one all year. Sorry, get
My
out.
top 5 is gonna be something
Get out.
else, but
Sorry, Thor.
as always, guys, make sure you leave a comment, share with us if you've seen the movie or you plan on seeing the movie. If you're a Star Wars fan, let us know what your favorite Star Wars movie was. Breeze is 8 off rip. I might say that mine is probably
3 or 6.
3 yeah, I think I just said 3 or 6 probably one of those.
One movie from each generation so far.
Yeah, so we'll go from there. So you guys let us know, and you have a nice day.